Hey guys, Chris from Black Flag Barbell Club. Today we're going to talk about setting the tension in the bar or pulling the slack out of the bar in the deadlift. The main thing that you should grab from this video is that it is not your arms, it is not your back, it is your legs pulling you or pushing you up, which gets the tension everywhere else. Yeah? So pulling the slack out of the bar, I would consider one of two ways to deadlift. You've got people who yank the bar off the ground, so you go 0 to 100 fast as you can, and you'll hear this click. When you yank the bar off the ground, you're going from having no weight on you, yeah, to all the weight on you like that. The reason that I don't prefer teaching this method, the reason I don't use it myself, is just because it's less consistent, and I feel that there's a greater risk for injury. Yeah? When I pull the slack out of the bar, I would compare it to if I'm at a red light in a car. If I'm waiting for the light to go green, get my green light, and I just like slam the accelerator on, everyone in the car is sort of like boom, back at the seat, and if something goes wrong, I'm already like max throttle, something's going to go wrong quickly. Yeah? Now if I go back to that red light and instead of slamming on the accelerator, I ease into it. Yeah? Light goes green, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 k's an hour. Eventually I'll get to the same speed as if I mashed the throttle, but on the way there, everyone's more comfortable, everything's a lot safer. If I blow out a tire, I can react, I'm not going a million miles an hour, blah, blah, blah. That's the same for the deadlift to me. If I have a chance when I'm getting that slack and that tension out of the bar, if I feel something going wrong, so if I notice my position changing in a way that I don't want, or if something tweaks a little, doesn't feel so great, I can back it off, reset, try again, decide not to do it that day, whatever the decision may be. If I am yanking the bar up, the decision is almost made for me. Yeah? If my hamstring is going to go, like all the weight's on me, twang, the hamstring is done. Yeah? There's no other option, because I've gone from nothing to everything really quick, rather than squeezing in, oh, it doesn't feel so good, yeah, and letting it be. So that's the reason I teach it this way. I think long term, like if I want to be training until I'm 70, 80 years old, this is how I'm going to do it. Alright, so all that being said, going back to that first main point, it's the legs and the hips that are going to get you to stand up and pull that slack out of the bar. Pardon me. It is not my arms. Okay? The deadlift, we want to have long arms. Yeah, in a bench we want to be short, in a deadlift we want to be long. I don't want to have to pull this extra distance because my arms were short, my shoulders were pulled back. So, if I don't want to pull with my arms, how do I get my tension? So we're trying to basically pull the slack out of, there's going to be a little bit of a gap between the plate and the collar, so there's a gap here, okay? Like there's space. And the same thing between the main barbell, like the thing that you hold onto, and the sleeve of the collar. There will be space there. So on this side, okay? So that little click is just you taking up that space, okay? Now if there's 60 kilos here, I want to pull the slack out with, let's say, 30 kilos of force, okay? So I'm not trying to lift the bar, I'm just trying to get some tension in the system, and the system is me and the bar, okay? So if I'm here, I'm set up but I'm loose, so if I went to lift, you would hear that click. If I'm getting my tension, I want to hear that click before I lift, okay? So if I'm here and I'm loose, and the lift itself is quiet, yeah, because the slack's already been pulled out. So I do that with my legs. So if this is the system, okay, so if I want to pull the slack out, I need to get this up. So it's basically just a little deadlift. So I'm going to be here, I'm going to push myself up, using my legs and my hips. And because I am holding onto the bar, it will stretch me out. When this is fully stretched out, it will bring the bar with it. And when I get that click, I know I've got my tension. Yeah? The heavier the bar gets, the more tension you put in, because instead of 60 kilos, putting in 30 kilos, I might have 200 kilos and I want to put in 150 kilos of tension. Yeah? So the bar won't leave the ground until you give it that little bit extra. Once you've assessed everything's good, let's keep going. Okay? So that's the main thing that I want people to take from this video, is the tension is from here. It's not this, it is lifting the system. You're just doing the very start of a deadlift until you get tight. Okay? I use the stretch I feel here as a very big indicator, have I got my tension? Because when I do that little setup and I pull the slack out, I start to feel this stretch because my arms are long. So if I've got my tension, my back position feels good, I've got this stretch here so I know my arms are long, I've ticked all my boxes, I will deadlift. Yeah? If I get to that position and I don't feel the stretch here, I know I've probably not let it stretch me out all the way, I've been a little bit too impatient, something isn't quite right. Yeah? So I'll fix it on the next rep, or I can sort of readjust. If I'm going for a max, I can abort mission, readjust, go again. Yeah? So pulling the slack out of the deadlift is just a little extra step. You're still bracing, you're still driving with your legs and your hips, you're just making sure that you're not yanking the bar off the ground in such a way that it may compromise what you've done. If I've set a position that I think is good, and then when I yank the bar up, because all the weight hits me at once, I change that position, then why did I set it in the first place? Yeah? Why not lift in a way that lets me push into that good position consistently, rather than setting the position and immediately losing it? Yeah? Okay, so that's pulling the slack out of the bar. You're gonna hear that little click. Yeah? Click, silent. Click, silent. Easy. If you've got any questions about this, feel free to comment or send us a message. You can hit us up on Facebook, Black Flag Barbell Club, Instagram, Black Flag Barbell, and email, if that's easier for you, is info@blackflagbarbell.com.au. Let us know if there's anything you want to see in a future video, and we'll see you next time.